Okay, hi students, this is Božica, your teacher. Today we are going to proceed with our lessons and Unit 8. We are following the book Focus number 4 for the 4th grade. Our last unit for this year is Unit 8 and the topic is about environment and around the globe. Let's proceed with exercise number 1. In pairs, but you cannot do pairs, of course, you put the words in the box under the appropriate heading. Actually, we have two columns. One is about land, the other is about water. So you should put these words into the appropriate column. I can leave you a few minutes, but let's be more efficient, and you can put me on hold or just click and pause, and then you finish yourselves, and afterwards I will check. You can check with me the answers. But let's see, under the land we can put cliff, foothill, fossil fuels, drought, dam and glacier. Under the column of water, you can put float, bay, of course, flood, melt, pond, stream, dam, and glacier. Now, under the exercise number 2, you can think of 3 more words for each category, so you can do it on your own. Let us now read the text about this teenage boy. And the title is, Can a Teenage Environmentalist Clean Up Our Oceans? Boyan Slat is a young Dutchman with a mission to save the oceans from the consequences of our throwaway society. The facts. Oceans cover 71% of the Earth's surface, from the fresh water of the polar ice caps to the seabed 11 kilometers below the surface of the deepest point of the Pacific Ocean. The ocean is home to over half of all living species. Over the past 100 years, due to global warming, the sea level has risen 10 to 25 centimeters. The problem. The oceans are being used as rubbish tips. 33% of toxic contaminants in oceans come from air pollution, such as acid rain and debris blown from landfills. Other pollutants are sewage, industrial waste, and pollution from oil fields and ships. The plastic debris concentrates in 5 rotating currents like giant whirlpool called gyres. The largest gyre, called the Pacific Garbage Patch, is twice the size of France and is located between Hawaii and California. At least 1 million seabirds and 100,000 marine mammals die each year due to plastic pollution. When plastic breaks up into smaller particles, it becomes a hazard for marine wildlife. Seabirds, whales, turtles, and other sea creatures regularly consume waste products, which can be easily mistaken for jellyfish or other prey, but cannot be degraded in the stomach. The animals die from starvation because they are not getting the nutrients they need. Plastics also slowly release toxins and other chemical substances that work their way up the marine food chain. A solution. At the age of 19, Boyan Slat invented a device that he claims could clean up to 20 billion tons of plastic waste from the world's oceans. Unlike conventional methods of cleaning up plastic using ships and nets, Boyan Slat's ocean cleanup concept is based on a simple idea. With its waves, tides, and currents, the ocean never stops moving. So, instead of going after the plastics, as most traditional methods do, you could simply wait for the plastic to come to you. A floating barrier, 100 kilometers in length, would catch the debris, enabling a platform to extract it afterwards. The ocean current would pass underneath the barriers, taking all sea life with it. Boyan Sled believes that his innovation could clean up half of the Pacific garbage patch over a period of 10 years and would make up to $500 million a year from recycling the waste collected. Okay, now we can proceed to exercise number 3. In pairs, guess the correct answers. You can click and pause me, but I will continue and give you the answers. Number 1. Oceans cover 71% of the Earth's surface. Number 2. The deepest point of the Pacific Ocean is 11 kilometers below the surface. Number 3. Sea levels have risen 10 to 25 centimeters over the last 100 years. Number 4. Plastic waste remains in the oceans. And number 5. Plastic pollution kills at least 1 million seabirds. Okay, let's proceed to exercise number 4. Read the article or listen to me as you have had. Check your answers and answer the question. What solution to plastic pollution does Boyan Sled propose? Now you should give your own answer, but I can help you. You can click and then check with me the answer. The answer is the ocean cleanup concept is what? A 100 kilometer long floating barrier. Okay, now let's proceed to exercise number 5 and answer the questions. Then check your ideas and answers with me. Number 1. Apart from plastic, what other things pollute the ocean? The answer? It's acid rain, debris, sewage, industrial waste, oil, and ships. Question number 2. What is a gyre? How many are there and where is the biggest one? A gyre is a giant collection of plastic. There are 5. The biggest one is in the Pacific. Question number 3. Why is plastic pollution a problem for marine wildlife? It can't be digested. It contains no nutrients and kills wildlife. And number 4, how is Sled's device different from one other cleanup devices? Well, it uses ocean currents to bring the waste to the device. And finally, number 5, what 2 claims does Sled make about the effectiveness of his device? 2 claims. It could clean up half of the Pacific garbage patch over the 10 years and also make up to $500 million a year. And finally, you should discuss these 3 questions in exercise number 6. One is, first, how much plastic does your family throw away in a typical week? Number 2, do you know what happened to your plastic waste? Where does it go? And number 3, what could you do to cut down on your own use of plastic? Okay, now we can proceed to word store. On page, you have it on page 17, in addition to your textbook. Complete the word store with the base form of the words in the red and the blue article. Okay, let me open up You can watch. Here it goes. Number 8A. Can you see? I can make it larger. Yeah, I think you can. Okay, so you're supposed to put what's current. It's a strong movement of water or air in one direction. Number 2, the essential chemicals in food that helps animals live and grow. What's that? Nutrients. Number 3, an animal that is hunted and eaten by another animal. What's it called? Prey. Number 4, a group of living things that all have the same features. Species. Yes. Number 5, the regular movement of the sea towards and away from the land. It's called tide. Number 6, water that turns round and around, pulling things towards it. Whirlpool. Good. Let us go back again now to our lesson, to the textbook. And let's complete exercise number 8. Let me just get back to student's book. Yes. Number 8. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so number 1. Most of all living, what? Living species live in the ocean. What you can do with this exercise, you can first, you can also put me on pause, and you can first complete and then check with me. I can't wait for you to complete, but I will just read and you can check the answers with me. Number 2, coastal regions usually have a high tide twice a day. Jellyfish, what are jellyfish? Meduse, a typical prey for seabirds. Number 4, plastic doesn't contain any nutrients to help wildlife live. 5, the movement of rubbish in the gyres is dependent on strong currents. And 6, gyres are like huge whirlpools of plastic rubbish. Good. Now let's proceed to word store 8B. Let us go back again to 8B, and we can do this puzzle or crossword together or by yourselves. Let me open up again. Sorry. Okay. Let's complete this puzzle. All right, hazards and pollutants. Let's see. Number 1, acid rain. Number 2 is what? Sewage. Number 3 is rubbish tips. Yeah. Number 4 is industrial waste. Industrial waste. Number 5 is contaminants. And number 6 is hazards. Yes, hazards. And the downward is debris. Debris. Okay? Let us now go back again to our lesson. Okay, and let's do and finish exercise 9. You're going to listen and let me just enlarge. Yes, listen and complete. Now complete word store 8b with words from the article. Use these definitions to help you. What is the mystery word? Listen, check, and let's repeat. Ready?
CD3, track 18. 1. Acid rain. 2. Sewage. 3. Rubbish tips. 4. Industrial waste. 5. Contaminants. 6. Hazards. 7. Debris.
Okay, we have finished actually this crossword, and then we can go back to our next exercise, which is word store 8c. Okay, complete the compound nouns in word store 8c with the underlined words in the article. Then listen, check, and repeat. Okay, let's see. Okay, I need to change this. All right, just a minute. Yes.
CD3, track 19. 1. Food chain. 2. Ice cap. 3. Landfill. 4. Oil field. 5. Sea level.
Okay. So we have food chain, ice cap, landfill, oil field, sea level. Okay. Good. Let's move on to the last exercise. Actually, it's exercise number 12. Number 12, yes. Complete the list of environmental problems with compound nouns from the word store 8c. So let's see. Melting what? Melting ice caps. Number 2, rising sea levels. Number 3, chemicals and toxins in the food chain. Number 4, more non-biodegradable waste, and so more landfills. And number 5, onshore and offshore oil fields. And in the end, we have exercise 14 with word store 8d. Complete the word store with more compound nouns and then listen and check. Okay, let's listen and check your ideas. We already had that. So, for example, let's listen and complete.
CD3, track 20. 1. Food poisoning. 2. Iceberg. 3. Landslide. 4. Oil well. 5. Seashore.
Okay, you might not know some of the words. For example, iceberg, to je veliki ledeni brijeg. Landslide je klizište, oil well je bušotina, and seashore je morska obala. Okay, I would just like for you to go back and revise some words here. I prepared some words for you, which I will put in onto the platform on the classroom, and you can copy them in your books. I'll just go over quickly. So this is vocabulary for Unit 8.1. We have landfill, oil field, current, whirlpool, prey, gyre, drought. You might not know this word. It's suša, glacier, dam, dam je brana, tide, fossil fuel, nutrients, and I think that's about it. Okay. Thanks, that would be all for today. On Friday, you should learn this lesson by Friday, and on Friday I will be recording a new lesson on grammar. So be nice, be good, and take care of yourselves. Bye.